listening to Somos Hollywood, a podcast where Latinos in film and TV talk about their recent projects and the ongoing fight for more inclusion in the industry. I mean, we're already here, and we're not going anywhere. So yeah, apúrense. We are ready. We are talented. We are Hollywood. Somos Hollywood.
So it doesn't say that no more, but I think I might just have to keep it forever, bro. It's much better that way.
No, I think it works. I think it works. But it depends on how much you identify with him. How much is he like you?
Oh my God, bro. He's all like me, man. So I identify 100% with him.
There you go. You're that nice in real life, huh?
No, bro. That I definitely can't. That is just fun to play characters that are that nice. It's a nice reprieve from the weight that we carry in real life.
Right. So when you read the script for this, did you immediately know that you would fit into this world in this series?
Immediately, bro. Now, does that mean that I knew I would get the part? No, that you have to leave up to the acting gods. But the thing I'm always chasing is if I'm reading something as a fan, which is the first way I'm going to read it. It's kind of a marriage of two things. It's reading it as a fan, and then it's reading it knowing that there's a potential that I could be a part of it. And when I'm reading it and I can hear my voice saying the lines that are meant for me, that's when all of a sudden the butterflies start, where it's like, oh, I could do this. I could do this, and I could be a piece of this puzzle. I know what they're looking for, and I know what I'm looking for, and this is a marriage of the two.
But when the butterflies don't happen, do you automatically put it away, or do you consider that a challenge?
Good question, bro. It is a challenge because there are times where they'll call me and they'll say, hey, they're interested in you for this. And I read it and I go, okay, I don't hear my voice exactly in it, but how can I find a way to hear my voice in it? And that just means it's just a couple more steps to get there, you know? Like every character I've gotten to play is a version of me raised in those circumstances, right? I've heard that's what I'm chasing. Now, are there times where I'll read something and I could picture three of my friends doing it better than me? Yes. And when that happens, it usually is a text to one of those friends being like, hey, bro, you heard about this? I think this was for you.
That's a good friend right there. Not a
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Be like, get him on it, bro. There's something circling around that I think you'd kill. So go get it.
So now you're a scene stealer in this show. I mean, you have to admit, I don't know how many times you've seen that, but when you hear that phrase, how does that make you feel? Like a scene stealer?
Man, it's humbling, and it's just it's funny, man. You know, I have a lot of fun at work, and when I'm laughing at work, or if I'm getting to play a big emotion at work, big days, you know, on Best Medicine, there's an episode where I get really badly hurt. And for me, that day was really special just because how many versions of hurt are there in the world? There's thousands of it, you know, and we all hurt differently. So in this journey of these 13 episodes, we get to see him go through the emotional stages of grief after this breakup. We get to go through physical pain. We get to go through best friend heartbreak and girlfriend, fiance heartbreak. So the best days are when I'm going home and I felt like I left it all on the ice. You know, I left it all on the table. I can sleep well that night. Those happen every once in a while, you know. And then there are other days where you go home and you're like, oh man, I should have tried this. I should have tried that. So if anybody ever says that to me, I'm a scene stealer. Hey, all that means is I did my job that day and I appreciate it.
Definitely. So what is it about the sheriff that you find most fascinating or fun? Because you get to do a lot of stuff. You get to dance, you get to, to get hurt and fight with a significant other. You do a lot of physical stuff too.
Yeah. What's most fun is that there's a lot of colors to him. I like grabbing characters that can be perceived one way, and I want to flip them on their head.
Yeah.
So are there times where Mark is a little lost? Yeah. Are there times where he maybe doesn't understand what the reference is? Sure. But he's also very emotionally intelligent And you find that out right at the end of the first episode when he's the one that says to Doc, hey man, we don't have to love each other now, do we? You need patience and we need a doctor. And that's him. That's him in his heart. He's unabashedly earnest. And if that is seen as naive by some, I don't know, man. That might be a you thing, Like this dude is just trying his best, and that's what I love. That's what I love about Mark is that he is really an open book, and he's just so sincere. That's just a fun plane to fly in, man. It's a fun, like we were just chatting about at the top, like it's a fun little reprieve from real life, man. I get to go
Yeah,
to work and
definitely.
I get to crack jokes and I get to live in this guy who's always going to look at the glass half full and he's always going to try to make people comfortable and happy. It's a fun character to live inside of for a while.
Now, Dr. Best, he's in a whole new world living in this small town. I've been in San Antonio my entire life, so it's kind of like has a small town feel, but there's like
Yeah.
a million and a half, 2 million people here. Have you ever lived in a small town? And if not, how do you think you'd maneuver around an environment like that?
Absolutely. Uh, I don't know if the town I grew up in is considered small. I think it's a pretty big city. But I will tell you that I've been part of communities that felt small,
Mm.
and everyone knows your business, and you know everybody else's business. I've been in a bunch of those pockets, and it's there's a lot of good that comes with that, and there's a lot of neuroses that comes with that. But I've thankfully had a lot of good experiences in small communities. I'll tell you that I'm definitely one of those people that that's why I love living in New York. I love talking to the deli guys. I love talking to my doormen. I love saying what's up to cats in the elevator. When I go to the gym, I try my best to say what's up to everybody. It's like, especially if it's people that you interact with every day. Sometimes you see the people at your gym more than you even see your own family, right? You see your doorman every single day of your life. Like my doormen were the fourth person to meet each of my boys. Like when you've got a situation like that, they end up being your small community. So even New York City, yeah, it's a city of, millions of people, but it's still a really small city if you think about it,
Yeah.
and the world, the circle you're in, you're kind of going through the same paths every day. So I love it, man. I love, especially with what I do. It's a very public medium, right?
Yeah.
It's people are aware of what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
it's never lost on me if somebody comes up to me and says, "Yo, Josh saw the commercial last night," or "Yo, caught the episode," or
That's
"Yo,
cool.
it's on the DVR." That's never gonna be lost on me, man. That people are showing love, ever, ever, ever.
So we have a couple of episodes left of Best Medicine, and then after that, who knows? We see so many new series only get one season and don't get a chance to build an audience, which is always disappointing to me. I'm like, how are you supposed to build a an audience with 6 or 7 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So what do you say? What makes Best Medicine deserve to keep moving forward?
Hmm. If you turn on the TV and you meet some characters, meet some people that you didn't know before, and you're at all interested in where they live, and these folks happen to live in Port Wayne, Maine, but we shoot it in the Hudson Valley in New York, a part of New York that a lot of people don't know exists, one of the most beautiful places in the country. And these people make you laugh. It makes you feel like you want to hang out with them for a little bit. Also, every hour that you spend with us, you'll feel like you figured out some sort of doctor mystery, and you leave and you feel a little warmer by the end. That's what I'm searching. That's what I'm searching for when I turn on the television. I want to escape for a little bit. That's why I go watch Survivor and Traders. The shows I love are for me to disappear from my world a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping we give people with our show. Is the ability to get away from the bills and the drama of real life and the keeping it all together. And man, turn on Fox on Tuesday nights at 8 and come hang out with us. I promise you, Sheriff Mark will try his best to make light of any situation.
As a Latino, how are you with doctors yourselves? I know a lot of Latinos that will not go to the doctor because they just won't.
Bro, that's hilarious you say that. So I'm the son of two pharmacists.
Okay.
I have a pharmacist on the show, but I am also the son of two pharmacists. They graduated from University of Puerto Rico and moved to Palm Beach, Florida,
Very
and they had
cool.
me over there. And I didn't go to the doctor a lot as a kid, but it wasn't because it was because my parents were acting like doctors, bro. We had
Right.
a giant cabinet in our kitchen, two whole doors. I'm telling you, we had a whole pharmacy in our house, bro. Whatever you needed, whatever anybody needed, man, you went to the Segarra house, bro, and we had it all for you. So now I realize that I probably, now I've got my own boys, I've got my family, I've got my wife here, and I
Yeah.
laugh because every time something's wrong with them, I'm like, at this very moment, my mom or my dad would be like, Papi, go to the cabinet and get that blue bottle with the red top and take two of those, and then in 6 hours, get the red bottle with the blue top and take one of those, and you're never gonna be sick again. And I was like, you're right. You're right, my dad. You're right.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Hey, I'll make this my last question, Josh, but I'm not sure if you knew, but over 100 of your fellow Latino actors signed a letter supporting the decision by Odessa Ezion to drop out of the film Deep Cuts because she was going to play a Latina character and she's not Latina. So the letter states that this is another example of, quote, the ongoing erasure of the Latino community for the stories that define our culture. Do you believe that more actors should be an ally to the Latino community like she was and just simply dropped out?
Wow, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, she's the one. I don't know if you see Marty Supreme yet, but she's
I
the
haven't seen it yet.
main actress in that. But she was signed up to do this one role, and she was going to play a Latina Jew. And there was a little bit of pushback, but when she found out, she was like, "Hey, I'm totally on board with y'all. I'm stepping down." So
Man, that's cool on her, bro. If I ever meet her, I'm like, yo, Odessa, good
yeah.
work, man. Man, it's funny because I'm so proud, dude. I'm just so proud of my parents.
Hmm.
So proud of like the community that raised me, bro. I grew up in a Pentecostal church, man. I
Yeah.
grew up, I was raised, my a mentor that I had as a kid just turned 50, so I just sent him a video a couple days ago and just reminiscing about I was in Royal Rangers when I was a kid, which is like Cub Scouts but church oriented. And man, I
Okay.
just had a lot of really good adults in my life because that's church community, right? Just
Right.
in my summers I'd go to Puerto Rico, man. I'd spend it with my cousins, and that's why I learned Spanish as a kid, just to be able to talk to them. And I tell people I'm from Orlando, but I was raised on Puerto Rican rice and beans. Like, so every character I've gotten to play, I mean, probably like I feel like it's not every single one, but maybe like 95% of them weren't written as Puerto Rican.
Right.
But once I'm cast, they become Puerto Rican. And I have to shout out all those showrunners and my bosses that I've had. Off the top of my head right now, that's Bob Fisher, that's Dennis Leary, that's Sarah Schneider, that's Chris Kelly, that's David West Reed, it's these cats that when they meet me and I start telling them stories about drinking cola champagne and Malta and eating sancocho and parrandas at Christmas, they go, wait, what are you talking about? And they put it in the writing. And you'll see
Mhm.
that a character I played throughout the season, all of a sudden the finale is at the Pentecostal church with chickens in the back. That's Giorgio on Big Door Prize, who is faking Italian because he wants to be like his stepdad, Rocco Giorgio, but he's not actually Italian. His dad's from Puerto Rico, but he left him as a kid. So I'll say that I hold so much pride in being one dot on our flag to represent and to educate what we are and how hard my parents had to fight to give me the opportunities that I have. And when I'm playing Emilio Estefan on Broadway and seeing the journey that Emilio and Gloria went through and how hard they fought to change it for their next generation, a girl like Odessa, hey man, appreciate you. That's a badass move. Um, and from all of us, you know. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep working hard. And to the bosses that I've had and to the bosses in the future that are also helping, that's cool as hell, man. You
Very
just got
cool.
so much love from my end that it means everything, you know.
Definitely. Hey, I'm sure your character in Best Medicine, if it was named was Sheriff Mar Garcia, he would be just as hilarious, maybe even funnier. You never
Well,
know.
bro, no, but you'll see. So Mark Milo, that was a big thing for the character after I was cast. So when we meet Mark's dad, they're definitely going to talk about his backstory.
Very cool.
You know what I'm saying? So of course he's Mark Milo, but there's a lot more to him when it comes to who he was as a kid. So
Nice.
it's that shouts to my girl Liz Tuchillo, man.
Very cool, man.
Wait till you see what she has in mind. It's gonna be very cool.
It's important. I love it, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
I appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you.
Josh, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on Best Medicine. And we can't wait to keep watching.
Thank you, Kiko. I appreciate that,
All
man.
right,
That was
man. Have
real
a good
fun,
rest of your
bro.
day, okay?
Take it easy, man. I'll see you. Yes, sir.
See you later.
Peace.
Bye.